Hey friends, I am Jim Rohn. It's an honor to be here today, and I want to start with something that can change the way you think forever. Your mindset determines your outcome. It's one of the most powerful truths that you can ever internalize. The way you view the world, the way you approach challenges, and the way you respond to life's ups and downs will dictate not only the success you achieve, but also the quality of your life. Too often, people get caught up in circumstances, thinking that their environment or situation defines their future. But the truth is, it's your mindset that shapes your destiny, not the world around you. The first step in understanding the power of mindset is recognizing that it is a choice. You see, we all face challenges and we all encounter obstacles, but what separates the successful from the unsuccessful is how they choose to react. When faced with adversity, some people see a roadblock, while others see an opportunity to learn, grow, and adapt. The mindset you adopt when things aren't going well will determine whether you rise to the occasion or fall back into old habits of self-doubt and frustration. A positive mindset is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to see the best possible outcome, even when the odds are against you. It's about maintaining belief in yourself and your ability to overcome whatever life throws at you. When you believe that there is always a way forward, you'll find it. Your mindset will push you to keep moving even when things seem uncertain or difficult. It will inspire you to take action even when fear or doubt tries to hold you back. On the flip side, a negative mindset can be incredibly limiting. When you allow fear, doubt, or pessimism to dominate your thinking, you're essentially closing the door to possibilities. The world becomes smaller, the challenges seem bigger, and you find yourself stuck in a cycle of frustration. The mind is an incredibly powerful tool. It will either work for you or against you. When you adopt a mindset that is focused on limitations, you will see limitations everywhere. You will see every setback as a sign of failure rather than an opportunity to learn. Your actions will be driven by fear and insecurity, which only reinforces the negative cycle. But here's the good news: you can change your mindset. You have the power to control the way you think and, as a result, the way you act. Start by recognizing that you have a choice. You can choose to see obstacles as opportunities for growth, or you can choose to be defeated by them. Every day, you are presented with opportunities to shape your mindset, and every day is a chance to cultivate a more positive, empowered way of thinking. A simple yet effective way to shift your mindset is by practicing gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong in your life to what's right. It helps you appreciate the present moment and the blessings you already have. The more you focus on the good, the more you'll attract good into your life. Gratitude is a mindset shift that opens the door to abundance, joy, and success. When you start your day with gratitude, you set the tone for how you will approach everything that follows. Even on tough days, gratitude can help you maintain a perspective that keeps you moving forward. Another key to mastering your mindset is setting clear, achievable goals. When you have a vision for your life and a roadmap to get there, it becomes much easier to stay focused and motivated. Goals give you something to strive for and provide a sense of purpose. But more importantly, they remind you that no matter how tough things get, there's a bigger picture. Something worth working for, worth pushing toward. Goals are a powerful tool in shaping your mindset because they force you to look beyond the immediate difficulties and keep your eyes on the prize. Finally, surround yourself with positivity. Your mindset is not only shaped by your thoughts, but also by the people you interact with. If you constantly surround yourself with negative, unsupportive individuals, their mindset will influence yours. But when you choose to surround yourself with those who uplift, inspire, and challenge you to be your best, you create an environment that fosters growth and success. The people you spend time with should encourage you to believe in your potential, support you through difficult times, and celebrate your victories with you. Ultimately, your mindset is the foundation for everything you do. It's the lens through which you view the world and make decisions. If you want to achieve something great, whether it's in your personal life or your career, you must first believe that it is possible. You have to believe that you are capable, that you are deserving, and that the obstacles in your way are not permanent but merely temporary challenges. The right mindset will empower you to take consistent action, learn from failures, and keep moving forward toward your goals. Remember, you are in control of your mindset. It may take time to shift your thinking, but it's absolutely possible. By consciously choosing to cultivate a mindset of positivity, resilience, and possibility, you'll open doors that were once closed and discover opportunities that you didn't even know existed. So, take charge of your mindset, because when you do, everything becomes possible. Small steps lead to big results, and this is a principle that can change the trajectory of your life. Often, when we think about success, we envision a dramatic moment or a big leap, something grand and immediate. The reality, however, is that success is rarely about a single breakthrough. It's about consistent, incremental progress over time. The small steps you take today will compound, and over time, they'll lead to results that are far greater than you could have imagined. The key to understanding this idea is to recognize that nothing great happens overnight. Success is not about finding a shortcut or an easy way out. It's about building habits, making decisions, and taking actions that push you closer to your goals each and every day. Think about any significant achievement in your life, and you'll see that it wasn't a single action that got you there. It was the accumulation of small, consistent actions over a period of time. This principle applies to every area of your life. If you want to get in better shape, it's not about working out for hours in one session. It's about showing up consistently, even if it's just for 20 minutes a day. Over time, those small workouts add up to big physical changes. If you want to learn a new skill, it's not about spending 10 hours a day practicing. It's about dedicating a small amount of time every day to improvement. Eventually, those small efforts will lead to mastery. The idea of small steps leading to big results can be a powerful motivator. Often, people get discouraged when they don't see immediate progress. They feel as though they're working hard but not getting anywhere. But here's the truth. The results are not always immediately visible, and that's okay. The work you put in today might not show instant returns, but it's building momentum. Small actions are like deposits into an account. You may not see the balance grow quickly, but over time, the cumulative effect of those deposits can create something substantial. The problem arises when people stop taking those small steps because they don't see immediate results. They get frustrated, discouraged, or distracted and begin to doubt the process. But this is when you need to remember that the small steps you're taking matter. They are the foundation for future success. Even if progress seems slow, you are moving forward. The key is to stay committed to those small actions, trusting that they will lead to something greater. This idea is also crucial when facing big, seemingly insurmountable goals. When you look at a goal from the outside, it can appear overwhelming. Whether it's writing a book, starting a business, or running a marathon, the size of the task can be paralyzing. But if you break it down into smaller, more manageable steps, suddenly it seems much more achievable. It's no longer about trying to do everything at once. It's about focusing on the next small action. Maybe it's writing 500 words a day, making one phone call, or running a mile at a time. Those small steps, taken consistently, add up to big results over time. Another important aspect of small steps is that they allow for adjustment along the way. When you take big leaps, you often don't have time to evaluate and adjust. You might miss important lessons, or you might end up taking a path that isn't sustainable. But with small steps, you have room to experiment, evaluate, and make improvements. If something isn't working, You can change course without losing all of your progress. Every small step is an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine your approach. This concept also applies to the growth of your personal character and mindset. If you're trying to build better habits or develop a more positive outlook, it's not about making huge changes overnight. It's about making small, conscious decisions every day to be better. Maybe it's choosing to be more patient with others, committing to a morning routine, or practicing gratitude. These actions, when practiced consistently, lead to profound changes in how you think and act. In the grand scheme of things, it's easy to overlook the small things. They seem insignificant, and often we think they don't matter in the moment, but the reality is, small steps are what move us toward success. The power of small steps is that they create momentum. Once you start taking action, no matter how small, you start to build momentum, and that momentum leads to greater results. As you continue to move forward, the actions that once seemed small and insignificant start to compound, leading to significant progress and eventually significant success. So don't underestimate the power of small steps. They are the foundation of any great achievement. Whether it's improving yourself, reaching a goal, or transforming your life, those tiny, consistent actions will lead you to the results you desire. You may not see instant success, but trust that every step you take is a step closer to something much bigger. Keep taking those small steps, and one day you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. Failure is not the end, it's part of the process. This is a truth that many people struggle to accept. Yet it is one of the most crucial insights for anyone seeking success. When we fail, the natural instinct is often to see it as a roadblock, an indication that we're not capable or that we're somehow flawed. But the reality is that failure is simply a stepping stone on the road to success. It's an integral part of the journey, one that teaches us valuable lessons and strengthens our resolve. The first thing we need to understand is that failure is a natural part of life. Everyone experiences it at some point, whether it's in relationships, careers, or personal endeavors. The key is not avoiding failure, but learning how to deal with it. Failure, in its most constructive form, is not something to be feared or avoided. It is an opportunity to reassess, adjust, and try again. Think about any major success story. Whether it's someone who built a business from the ground up or an athlete who broke a world record. Their journey was filled with failures, setbacks, and challenges. But what separates those who succeed from those who give up is their ability to learn from failure and keep moving forward. They didn't see failure as the end of the road. They saw it as part of the process, a necessary step that ultimately brought them closer to their goal. Failure forces us to confront our weaknesses and limitations. It makes us ask ourselves important questions. What went wrong? What could I have done differently? What can I learn from this experience? These are not easy questions to answer, but they are the questions that allow us to grow. Failure provides us with the clarity and insight we need to make adjustments and improve our approach. Without failure, we might never fully understand the areas in which we need to improve, and we would never develop the resilience required to achieve long-term success. Another important thing to recognize is that failure is often the result of taking action. It's easy to sit on the sidelines, to avoid taking risks because we're afraid of what might happen. But when we take action, even when it's imperfect, we open ourselves up to learning and growth. Success doesn't happen without action, and action often involves making mistakes. The more you put yourself out there and the more you take risks, the more you will fail, but also the more you will learn and progress. In this sense, failure becomes a byproduct of doing something worthwhile. Sometimes we don't realize the significance of a failure until much later. We may look back at a setback and think, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. This shift in perspective comes when we begin to understand that failure is not permanent. It's temporary, it's just a moment in time. The most successful people in the world have experienced some of the biggest failures, but they didn't let those failures define them. They used them as fuel to grow stronger and more determined. There's also the undeniable fact that failure can teach us humility and patience. When we succeed too easily or too quickly, we may fail to appreciate the effort it takes to achieve something truly meaningful. Failure teaches us that success requires persistence, and it reminds us that the journey is just as important as the destination. It's in the moments of struggle, the times when things aren't going according to plan, that we learn the most about ourselves and what we're truly capable of. Let's also remember that failure doesn't define who you are as a person. Many times, people make the mistake of internalizing failure and seeing it as a reflection of their abilities or worth. But failure is not who you are. It's simply a circumstance that happened along the way. The fact that you failed doesn't mean that you are a failure. In fact, failure is an essential part of success, and without it, we would never learn, adapt, or grow. The important thing is to keep moving forward, no matter how many times you fall. It's not the fall that matters, but how you rise after it. One of the most powerful things you can do after experiencing failure is to reframe it. Instead of seeing failure as something negative, start seeing it as a learning opportunity. Embrace it as part of the process. The more you can shift your mindset to view failure as feedback rather than a defeat, the less power it will have over you. When you approach failure this way, it loses its sting. It no longer has the ability to stop you. Instead, it propels you forward. Remember, every successful person has failed at some point. Every inventor, entrepreneur, artist, athlete, or anyone who has achieved greatness has encountered failure along the way. The difference is not whether they failed, but how they handled it. They didn't give up. They didn't let failure define them. They used it as an opportunity to grow stronger, to refine their approach, and to come back even better than before. Failure is not the end. It's a necessary part of the journey. It's a part of the process that everyone must go through in order to reach their full potential. So, the next time you fail, don't be discouraged. Don't see it as a sign that you're not meant for success. Instead, see it as part of the process that will eventually lead you to where you want to be. Failure is not the end. It's simply another step in your journey to success. You control your destiny. This is one of the most empowering statements you can ever internalize because it means that no one else holds the keys to your future except you. Too often, people believe that their lives are shaped by external circumstances, by where they were born, the family they grew up in, or the events that happened to them along the way. While it's true that life can throw unexpected challenges our way, how we respond to those challenges ultimately determines our outcome. It starts with realizing that your choices shape your life. Every decision you make, from the small daily choices to the larger, life-changing ones, influences the path you are on. Think about your life as a series of crossroads. At every moment, you are faced with decisions that can either move you closer to the life you want or further away from it. These choices may seem insignificant at times, but cumulatively, they add up to define your trajectory. It's not the circumstances that define you. It's how you react to those circumstances that make the difference. When you take responsibility for your life, you take control of your future. This doesn't mean that you won't face difficulties or setbacks. It doesn't mean that life will always go according to plan. What it means is that you are the one who decides how you handle those setbacks. You get to choose how to respond, how to learn from mistakes, and how to keep moving forward. By taking ownership of your reactions and actions, you empower yourself to create the life you want, no matter what life throws at you. One of the most important elements of controlling your destiny is understanding that your mindset plays a crucial role in the process. Your beliefs about yourself and what is possible for you will shape the actions you take. If you believe that you are capable of achieving great things, that belief will drive you to act in ways that align with that possibility. You'll take risks, work harder, and persevere, because you genuinely believe that success is within your reach. On the other hand, if you believe that your circumstances are beyond your control, that you are not capable, or that you are just a product of your environment, your actions will reflect that belief. You may not take risks, you may settle for less, and you may not even try to change because you've already decided that it's not possible. The power of belief cannot be underestimated. It shapes how you see the world and how you see your place in it. When you believe that you control your destiny, your actions will align with that belief. Another key to controlling your destiny is the understanding that success requires persistence and resilience. There will be moments when things don't go as planned, when you feel like giving up, or when the obstacles in front of you seem insurmountable. This is where your ability to control your destiny becomes evident. In those moments, you have a choice. You can either let the challenges defeat you, or you can push through and keep going. Resilience is not about never facing adversity, it's about how you bounce back from it. Successful people are not those who never fail. They are the ones who keep going after every failure. They understand that setbacks are part of the process, and that each failure is just a lesson to learn from. When you keep moving forward despite adversity, you take control of your destiny. The road may be hard, but your ability to keep moving forward is what ultimately determines whether or not you reach your destination. Another powerful way to take control of your destiny is to set clear, intentional goals. Without clear goals, it's easy to get lost in the noise of life, drifting without purpose or direction. But when you set goals that are meaningful to you, goals that excite and inspire you, you give yourself a roadmap to follow. Your goals are the fuel that will keep you motivated even when the going gets tough. Setting goals also helps you stay focused. Life is full of distractions, and it's easy to get sidetracked by things that don't align with your long-term vision. But when you have clear goals, you can filter out distractions and focus your energy on what truly matters. You become intentional about your actions, and you start making decisions that move you closer to your goals rather than further away. This sense of purpose and direction is essential for controlling your destiny. Equally important is the realization that success doesn't happen in a vacuum. While you have control over your own actions, your destiny is also influenced by the people you surround yourself with. The people you choose to spend time with have a profound impact on your mindset, your attitude, and your decisions. If you want to take control of your destiny, you must be mindful of the people you allow into your life. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, challenge you, and support your dreams. Avoid those who are negative, who don't believe in you, or who will hold you back from pursuing your goals. Sometimes, taking control of your destiny requires you to step outside your comfort zone. It's easy to stay in the familiar, to avoid the discomfort of change. But growth only happens when we challenge ourselves and push beyond what feels safe. Taking control of your destiny means embracing the discomfort of growth, even when it feels intimidating. It means being willing to try new things, take risks, and expand your horizons. This is where true transformation happens, when you step into the unknown with confidence and faith that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Ultimately, controlling your destiny is about being proactive rather than reactive. It's about taking deliberate, consistent action toward the life you want to create. The choices you make today will determine where you are tomorrow, next year, and in the years to come. You are the one who writes the story of your life. It's up to you to decide what that story will be. If you're not happy with the direction you're heading, change course. If you want more, work for it. If you want a different outcome, take different actions. The power to shape your future lies within you. You control your destiny, and when you understand this truth, you realize that nothing is impossible. You have the ability to make decisions, take action, and change the course of your life. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Every step you take toward your goals, every positive choice you make, brings you closer to the life you've always wanted. Take control of your destiny and create the future you deserve. So, remember this. Everything is possible because you have the power to choose, to change, and to take the necessary steps toward your dreams. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Keep moving forward and believe that everything is possible for you. Thank you and keep supporting me.